Welcome. I'm Iyali, and I want to introduce you to some fiction friends of mine who live in interesting places and are interesting people. The first group is in the book, Change Happens, but Will They Understand? A 17-year-old irreversible mistake, coupled with deliberate decisions by the Massachusetts Organized Crime Syndicate, causes Judge Ernest Cal White Calloway to realize that life as he knows it will change forever. Cal and his family and friends and associates meet the challenges facing them with unorthodox solutions. During the ensuing 13 months, they must decide if they will grow and change or become overwhelmed by the uncertainties of life and social order. Catherine White Calloway, the judge's wife, sets her sights on what she has always wanted but has been denied. Maggie Latham, with premature gray hair from life's cruelties, commits to making a difference in a male-centric society stacked against women. These two strong and ruthless women know what they want and let nothing and no one stand in their way. Joey Pascal and Susie Stoner, at a young age, share a love that most adults cannot comprehend. The question is, can they achieve the happiness that they both crave? Based on an African tribal secret society model and the workings of a Bazongo in Haiti, the Berkshire Book Club is a secret society of 19 community stalwarts who do not accept the manipulation of the U.S. Constitution for the benefit of those who want to hurt their community. Change happens, but will they understand? Is set in the present day. And let me read you just a short passage from the novel so that you can get a sense of the kinds of people we have. Cal spoke up when David finished. Does anyone here believe this problem in our community shouldn't be dealt with in a way that will make our community safe for our children again? Most members shook their heads, with murmurs from some. Let's go around the circle and everyone ask questions or offer advice. The right to speak passed around the circle until it reached Jerry Myrick, a wheelchair-bound veteran and owner of a radio, computer, and IT repair shop. As I see it, he began, we have an interesting situation here. David said we know for sure who's abusing our children. For want of a comparison, we know where there's a rattlesnake in our midst. Somehow the law does not allow us, the community, to do anything about it. If we have him arrested, he may walk just as he did in Vermont. Now, I've read both the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. Matter of fact, I read both many times while bedridden in the VA hospital. When those gentlemen wrote those words, they were trying to protect the average citizen from the risk of a dictatorial government hell-bent on oppressing the people. They did not intend for their words to be used for protecting the criminal element that prey on citizens. I can't find a single word or passage that says a community of citizens going about their lives and obeying the Constitution and society's laws can't rid their community of a rattlesnake deliberately hunting the most vulnerable of all of us. Our babies are our most precious jewel, Rosalie Dixon said. Shame on him. He made the decision to steal our jewels. My mama always said, I am responsible for my actions, and actions leave consequences. Simple to me also. That's just a short passage from The Change Happens, but Will They Understand? It is set in the Berkshire County Mountains in western Massachusetts. It deals quite a bit about the AT Trail and the good people who live in that county. I think you will find they can be your friends as well. The next group of friends I want you to meet are in the book 3 questions, which are 12 short stories. The stories are about everyday life and complications leading to challenges that must be met. Some of them are serious, some of them just reflect the noise of life. All of them, however, have a lesson to contemplate. Anita, a middle-aged wife and mother, at the beach where she and her husband had their honeymoon and have vacationed every year since, is wondering where the perfect family life went. A second story is about Isabella. It is set in 1834 England. And Isabella looks at life through raging hormones and finds what the consequences of doing so are. The third story is about Harold and Emily. They meet as they're young, and both of them as budding artists. And the story involves the making of safe decisions. The next story is about Stephen, a troubled 8th grader, and Ralph, a troubled gentleman of the age of 68. And they meet on a park bench in Central Park in New York. And 3 questions ensue and the consequences of those questions. Henry married the love of his life when they were just out of high school, and they were devoted to each other until she died of cancer. Henry at that point realized that he could not be with her in heaven unless he changed his life, which he did do. And this is a story of how prayers are answered, not necessarily as expected. Gabriella is a young lady who was raised in rural Kansas, and her upbringing caused her to seek a life in a traveling carnival. Another Henry and his friends, out hunting 2-ounce rockets, learn about the complexities of personalities. In the next story, a left-brain, super smart research scientist gets a promotion, and she and her spouse decide that they will go on a hike and have a lunch to celebrate her promotion. While on that hike, she takes a fling in a right brain activity and has her life sort of disrupted. The next story is about a professor who is 78 years old and at the end of his career, and his protege, who the professor understands has betrayed him, and how the professor handles that betrayal. The next story is a lot more fun. Ryan, Betty Sue, and Jody, all from a small community in South Georgia, get in Ryan's truck and drive to New York City for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The next story is about a young journalist who went to a journalism school named after a gentleman by the name of Crumley. And she has the opportunity to have a breakfast with Mr. Crumley and learn the difference between good luck and bad luck. The final story is about Amy and Tom and a corner table in a bistro in Paris and how it can change your life. Quite an interesting turn of events for Amy and Tom. Stories that will surprise you, will make you laugh, make you cry, but also make you think about the choices we make in life. Readers of the short stories have always asked me what happened with Amy and Tom. So Amy and Tom and other friends of theirs are in the third option. To give you the background, Amy Leonard is a hard-charging, brilliant senior associate who is up for partner at a world-renowned financial engineering firm. Suddenly, she stares into the abyss, having to choose between two irreversible, life-altering options. Reggie Boykin, Amy's protege at her firm, offers Amy what she calls a noble but stupid third option. However, she realizes that Reggie has a dark secret in his life that keeps him unsmiling and insulated emotionally from her and the world. As difficult as the third option would be, Amy reluctantly realizes it may be the least bad of the three bad options. It isn't until the past intrudes and threatens to destroy both of their lives that they understand what is important. Amy and Reggie are dealing with devastating losses. Their psychological and physical journey, together with the fact that they don't know if the third option will be fulfilled, leads both towards a new place in their lives. Just as success appears within reach, reality intervenes, and Amy must confront her greatest fear not once, but twice. The third option is easy to read, it's short, it'll make you laugh and cry and feel sorry that it's over. Let me read you a short passage from the novella. This is when Amy and Reggie are talking together, and Reggie asks the question, "May I ask you a personal question?" "That all depends. How personal?" "I notice you seem to touch your locket often. What is the significance of it?" Amy opened the locket and held it away from her so Reggie could see inside. On the left was a picture of an elderly woman with a broad smile and a few strands of brownish gray hair curled around the photo. The right side was empty. "This is my granny. Before she passed away 7 years ago, she was, no, she still is, my rock. She gave me unconditional love. Even when I messed up, she let me know she loved me but was disappointed in my actions. I wouldn't be the person I am without her boosting my spirit, her guidance in all areas, and her belief that I could be whatever I wanted to be. I've never loved anyone like I loved her, and frankly, don't believe I ever will." Amy closed the locket. "My granny's grandmother gave it to her when she was 13. It was her most prized possession. She gave it to me when I went off to college. So, as she said, you can always have me close by to give you comfort. She said I should leave the other side empty until I found someone I could love unconditionally who loved me in the same way." That's quite a story. Thanks for telling me about her. I understand that kind of love. Amy noticed Reggie looked away from her. This group of friends lives in New York City in the present day, and they are as interesting as any of the others. You can find all of my friends in one of four places: at your local bookstore, from our website, uniquereads.com, from Amazon, or wherever ebooks are sold. They come in hardback, paperback, and ebook format. I hope you will have an opportunity to learn and to get to know my friends and like them as well as I do. Thanks for sharing your time with us. Have a good day.